following broadcast is a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Cameras are ready. The headset is on. It's game time.
Indeed it is, and welcome live into the Hive. I'm Jason Groth with Lance Rock as we get ready to go for this unique intra-conference clash between the Detroit Lakes Lakers and the Perham Yellowjackets, and what should be a fun contest here at the Hive between these two teams. They've always a fun time when Detroit Lakes and the Yellowjackets get together.
It is, Jason, and it's a kind of a rivalry that crosses many sports. I know, being a football coach, that definitely the battle of the paddle is alive and well, and wrestling and boys basketball, girls basketball, and you can continue on down gymnastics. It seems like whatever sports that these two towns are competing in, it is a good, healthy rivalry that sets a good stage for what's going to be coming here.
Definitely recommend looking back in the archives for the Battle of the Paddle game this year, especially if you're a Yellow Jacket fan, and the way that game ended last season was an exciting one. But here tonight, the 18th ranked Perham Yellowjackets get ready to take on the Lakers of Detroit Lakes, who come in with a record of 1-2 on the season. The Lakers rolled to a 65-15 victory over Little Falls to start the season, but have had a little bit of tough luck since then, dropping a decision to Bemidji and Fergus Falls. While on the other hand, the Yellowjackets have been playing some good basketball, winners of 3 of their last 4, including a win over then third-ranked Fergus Falls.
And I think that's one of the things that I've seen across the board, across the state, Jason, is there's a lot of teams that have played a lot of games, and there's a lot of teams that have played minimal games, and you don't have to look any further than the 2 teams in front of us. Three events for the Lakers and 6 for the Yellowjackets, and court time is kind of invaluable, and some people would go one way going, boy, that's more practice time, and you need as much practice as you can at the beginning of the year, and some people like to play games. So it's going to be interesting to see what teams. I think game time situations, it's hard to put kids in those situations in practice, and so maybe a little bit more battle tested already are the Yellowjackets, and we'll see if that helps them tonight as they battle the Lakers.
Should be an interesting one here live from the Hive. We'll take our first time out here on the KLN Family Brands pregame show. We thank you for tuning in on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses, so it's just really inspirational for me.
Well, welcome back here at the Hive between the Perham Yellowjackets and the Detroit Lakes Lakers, and what should be a fun contest as we get ready to go for this one. As we'll talk about our pregame sponsors, we'd like to thank KLN Family Brands for sponsoring the pregame show. And now our Lakes Ace Hardware starting lineups coming up. Brought to you by Lakes Ace Hardware. First for the Lakers of Detroit Lakes. Starting at guard will be Abby Larson. She's a 5'6 junior. Starting at a guard, a 5'9 sophomore, Helena Deggett. Starting at a forward, a 5'7" sophomore, number 5, Ella Okeson. Starting at center, a 5'10 sophomore, number 31, Ellie Betcher. And starting at forward, a 5'11 junior, number 44, J.C. Hauser. The Lakers are coached by Rachel Johnson. She's assisted by Josh Betcher, David Hutchinson, and Chris Swenson. And the Yellowjackets will counter with the very familiar 5, starting at a guard, a 5'3" junior, number 3, Olivia Rosenthal. Starting at a guard, a 5'8 senior, Greta Hillicup. Starting at a forward, a 5'9 junior, number 14, Olivia Pilgrim. Starting at a forward, a 5'11 sophomore, number 21, Willow Thiel. And at a guard, a 5'8 senior, number 22, Sydney Anderson. And the Yellowjackets have been able to put up some points here in the early going this year for the Yellowjackets. And you look at the stats for this Yellowjacket squad, you got 3 players averaging in double digits right now, with Greta Hillicup, Willow Thiel, as well as Sydney Anderson, both averaging over 10 points per game. All 3 are. Willow and Sydney Anderson at 13.8 points per game, and Greta Hillicup at 14.6. But then you have other girls that have stepped up and have really bought into their roles in this for this Yellowjacket squad right now.
Yeah, it's a well-balanced group, Jason, and I think one of the things that I appreciate watching the Yellowjackets is you just never know who's going to lead in the scoring role, and it's not always about the scoring. There's so many things. I think one of the unique things is Olivia Rosenthal coming into the starting lineup, and what she's brought is just she's a defensive hound, and I think her play and guarding the point guard for the other team has really set the Yellowjackets offense up to score more points. And so a lot of times we've talked about defense leading to offense, and that's she really relishes that role and does really well in it. And I think they're starting to gain some more bench play too, and I think that is also going to help them with some of the minutes that these girls have had to log. And I think the deeper that this team can become, the more things they will be able to do that Coach Super wants to have happen. So well-rounded team. It's so fun to watch because you just never know who's going to be that girl that catches fire and stays on fire. And so far it's been kind of consistent, but I think there's a lot of girls out there that have that capability.
And the Lakers on the other side are coming off a very tough loss where they lost to Fergus Falls. They were down by 4 at the half, ended up losing 77-53 in that one. Prior to that, they were defeated by Bemidji 69-62. So, the Lakers are looking to try to get a big win here tonight as well.
And it's always that Laker-Fergus Falls type matchup that you talk about, Jason. They always seem to bring that schedule that we don't see those same schools. We're not playing a Bemidji, Little Falls, night in, night out. And so it's a different style of play. The higher level you get, I think, and sometimes that it gets deceiving on their record and how they're doing. You look at the Bemidji game, they were right in it. You look at the Fergus game, they were in it till halftime. So a team that can score, and again, I looked up some of their stats, and they're well-balanced. So you can't just go, hey, if we stop this person, we're going to be successful tonight. So I think multiple players on both teams, and who gets hot early, I think, might be a key part to this game.
We'll take a quick timeout. We thank you for tuning in here on the KLN Family Brands pregame show here on the main.
Odds are there's an ace right in your neighborhood. with expert advice and the right tools to make your quick fixes even quicker. Around the block, what you need in stock, with people who know their stuff. Welcome to the Home Convenience Store.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Checking your credit score the easy way. Keeping your checking safe. Always.
They say a dollar doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom it does, especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
And welcome back here to the Hive as we're just moments away from the start of tonight's game between the Detroit Lakers and the Perham Yellowjackets here at the Hive. As PA announcer Arlie Ohm introducing the starters to the crowd again for Detroit Lakes. It's Abby Larson, Helena Deggett, Ella Okasin, Ellie Betcher, and J.C. Hauser. The Yellowjackets will counter with Olivia Rosenthal, Greta Hillica, Olivia Pilgrim, Willow Thiel, and Sydney Anderson. Starting lineups again brought to you by Lakes Ace Hardware of Perham.
Yeah, and Jason, we talked about their balanced scoring, and I happened to look up and their game against Bemidji. They had 4 girls in double figures, led by Hauser. And so, again, I think it's going to be interesting, the matchups always in a game early in the season when you haven't seen the other squad on how we're going to match up and what things are going to happen. And we know Coach Super has a flair for some unique defenses, and so it'll be really interesting to see what they come out in defense. Are they going to mix it up? And the same for DL. They know the shooters from Perham, and how are they going to defend that? It's an interesting cat and mouse game that's played, especially early on in the season and early on in these games.
Could be a unique contest. The Yellowjackets want to take some momentum into the Grand 8 Holiday Classic, and Detroit Lakes, as well as they're getting ready to go to Bemidji for their upcoming events. The Grand 8 Holiday Classic here at the Hive. All 8 games will be streamed on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Mike Mason with the call on that for the Grand 8. Starting on Tuesday, it'll be Sauk Center taking on Barnesville and girls basketball action at 2 o'clock. Then at 3:45, Sauk Center will take on Wheaton Herman Norcross at 3:45. And then it'll be the Perham girls taking on Waconia at 5:30. And then the Perham boys closing out night 1 against Painesville at 7:15. Action continues on Wednesday at 10 with Barnesville and Waconia girls, followed by the third place boys basketball game at 11:45, and then Perham taking on Sauk Center and girls basketball action at 1:30, and then at 3:15 it'll be the boys championship game of the Grand 8 Holiday Classic.
And holiday tournaments are always so interesting, Jason, because school's not in session. just your day in and day out routine is off, and game times are off, and we get used to this starting around 7:30, and I think kids do as well. So it's always interesting to see who plays well in a holiday tournament and who can adjust early.
We're getting ready for our Arvik opening tap. Willow Thiel will take the tip for the Yellowjackets. Going against Selena Daggetts for the Lakers as we get ready to go for this one. Opening tap won by the Yellowjackets. Rosenthal will bring it up court quickly. Now goes to Sydney Anderson. Looking right side, Pilgrim looking to enter into Thiel. Thiel backs down, nice spin move off the glass shot, no good.
Rebound there by Hillica, so nice job by her on that backside seal off. And I think that's where the Yellowjackets want to start, Jason, is that inside game.
Pass inside, Anderson shot no good. Lakers get the board. That's Daggett on the long rebound. Now here's Hauser bringing it up court for Abby Larson. Picks up her dribble, but it's saved by Ella Okeson near side, guarded by Rosenthal. Hauser inside, too strong, and on the bounce.
And I think DL had the look they wanted. They just rushed it a little bit as the Yellowjackets were trying to find out who they were guarding, and they just rushed that play a little bit, or probably would have had a wide open layup.
Hillica inside to go with Thiel. Thiel shot too strong down low. Quick rebound there for J.C. Hauser. Now looking to work inside of the Lakers on the other side. Cross court, Daggett with the pass. Gets it there for Okeson, comes back for Larson. Now they enter inside, it's stolen away by Rosenthal. Over to Anderson, now Hillica. Anderson for three, too strong, misses everything, and it gets tapped out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Yellowjackets.
And the Yellowjackets look just a little bit off tonight, Jason, and that might be some early jitters, and it's kind of normal in these type of situations in a rivalry game. I like that they're going into Thiel. I hope that she posts up a little higher in the block. I think it'll make it an easier drop step for her.
Right side, Hillica. Rosenthal, the cutter, elected not to go there that route. Now Rosenthal gets it back, comes back for Pilgrim. Inside, Hillica in the game's first points. Goes to Greta Hillica.
Nice little offensive sequence there with all five Yellowjackets in motion, making them all tough to defend.
Lakers work inside out. They're going to take a three. That shot's off the iron. Long rebound goes out to Hillica, and the Yellowjackets will set up shop here. Rosenthal up top for Anderson. Anderson, high elbow there. Got away a little bit with it. Looking inside, Thiel. Thiel backs out. Nice pass there, Hillica, but she'll just come back out and reset. Now Pilgrim. Inside, Thiel. Backs down the defender. Fires up a shot, no good. Fights, gets her own board, and she's fouled.
And that's where I'm talking about, Jason, a little bit. The viewers at home, if we can get Willow to be up on top of that block a little bit further. She's getting such a good pin down there, but as she does her spin move that she likes to do, she's ending up under the basket, not giving her a good angle. So if she can get about 2 feet higher, that spin move is going to be pretty deadly down there, because she's proven she can do it as she hits her first free throw.
That free throw on the EOT insurance line is good, gives the Yellowjackets 3-0 lead. She hits two on the second one and makes it 4-0. Abigail Larson was called for the foul for Detroit Lakers. That's Abby Larson, her first. Hauser with it. Cross court it goes. Larson, a jumper from the side, no good. Thiel gets the board. Now Pilgrim with it. Anderson to Rosenthal, looking inside Thiel. Thiel, nice handoff to Hillica, and she goes up for two.
And that's where Willow was up a little higher. Nice spacing, and a really good cut there by Hillica.
Near side, Larson looking in, not there, drives and draws a foul on the arm. Foul is going to be on the Yellowjackets. That's on Rosenthal. It's her first, team's first. Olivia Clark-Burnett now in for the Lakers. Hauser with it, looks inside, not there. Now picks up, goes to Barnett, off the hands of Anderson, out of bounds. Detroit Lakes looking to try to get something going here. They go inside, nice spin move, nice shot, but it's no good. Nice move by Allie Betcher, but just couldn't get it to drop.
And I think if you're Detroit Lakes, you're happy with the shots you're getting. You just got to get them to fall now.
Pilgrim, Hillica into the lane, Hillica off the glass, good for 2. Hillica quickly has 6 on the Yellow Jackets. Lead 8-0.
See if Detroit Lakes makes a little adjustment. It's always been that curl around off a screen that's been getting Hillica open.
Thiel taps it into the backcourt and is tracked down by Clark-Burnett. Near side, Okeson. Rosenthal almost poked that away. Now goes right side, Clark-Burnett, nice drive, and she finishes. Olivia Clark-Burnett gets the Lakers on the board. Looking to drive, Pilgrim off the glass, too strong. Rebound, Hauser and the Lakers make the Yellow Jackets go one and done on this possession. Down low, Barnett blocked and swatted away by Thiel. And the rebound comes here to the near side. Lauren Rustad will come in for the Yellow Jackets. Anderson brings it up to Pilgrim. Rustad back to Pilgrim. Over to Anderson, now to Rosenthal. Now for Olivia Pilgrim. Looking as Rustad works in the paint. Now they go down to her. Rustad looking for help. Get rid of it at the last second, and Anderson uses the glass, but it's too strong. And Rosenthal is there for the board. Now to Hillica with the head fake, but she traveled.
And it's been impressive for the Yellow Jackets, that interior passing. And it hasn't been post to post all the time. Sometimes it's been post to guard, guard to guard, but they're really looking for each other inside the paint. It would be nice to see Rustad kind of make a little move, because I know she's got some really the good spin move down there as well, and try to use her height to her advantage.
Larson comes back in for the Lakers. They look inside. Quick jumper off the glass, too strong. Rebound to Rustad. That was Addie Wills on the shot attempts. As the Yellow Jackets now set up. Inside it goes. Hillica is fouled.
Boy, has she made a living cutting from that backside and flashing in, whether she's looped around the top of the key or just cutting across, but she's finding that open lane, kind of like a receiver being open for a pass, and she's making good on these.
Hillica at the EOT insurance line hits. She's got 7. Foul was on Addie Wills, her first. The EOT insurance line has been kind to the Yellow Jackets. As Hillica gets another to go, and it's 10-2. In favor of the Jackets here in the early going. Betcher with it. To Larson. Larson looking things over. Had the cutter there for a second. Didn't see it. Will now go to her, and that's Betcher. Now back to Larson. Pass tapped and out of bounds.
And the Yellow Jackets are double teaming off of that screen and leaving that backside open. And Detroit Lakes has tried to get it a couple times, and that time they didn't try to squeeze it in there. But that's definitely a look for them in that short corner.
Comes to the near side, Larson to Daggett. There for Betcher. Down low it goes. Larson shot is good for Abby Larson. Back comes the Yellow Jackets. Anderson for 3. Wham, bam, Canahan, it's good.
That was a nice setup, Jason, and an enthusiastic little commentary there. So a nice shot by Anderson, and hopefully the first of many to come.
And a foul here. Picked up.
My wife would really be amazed, Jason. I think you rendered me speechless there for a little bit, and that doesn't happen very often.
Foul is on Kennedy Pilgrim. Her first. And now a three-pointer on the other side. No good. On the shot attempt there in a battle and a held ball.
You stay with the Lakers underneath their basket. Sometimes when your offense is struggling a little bit, this is a good thing to have a set play come out of their offense. So let's see what they do with it.
Hauser goes to the right side, tapped out of bounds on a battle there on the far side.
Good hustle there by Rusted, knocking it away and then making a really good effort to save it for the Yellowjackets.
Pass again for the Lakers. They come near side. Betcher spins, takes a few steps, and gets called for it. And a few might be generous.
Well, it's not a...
I apologize, that was Wills. Ooh, and Russ almost gave it right back, and she does on a nice play by Larson. Larson drives, no foul, and the shot goes out of bounds off the hands of Hauser, as I think they're expecting some contact and got it, but nothing there as Rosenthal will come back in for the Yellowjackets.
Let's see if the Jackets run a nice set here, Jason. It's kind of got to be a little bit of a ping pong game here, a little sloppy. And just as I say that, we get a travel on kind of a backdoor cut. So, again, it's going to be who can be patient here and work their offense, I think, because both teams are really trying to rush. And partially it's good defense.
Nice sent faking now, driving in the hoop. There's Carly May. Shot no good, but a foul on Addie Wells as she was battling with the defender down low. That's her second.
And there's a good testament if you have any young players watching there. Probably about a foot height difference there between Rosenthal and the player from the Lakers, and Rosenthal just held her ground underneath there and had forced the Laker to go over the top for the foul.
Pilgrim. Nice job now Lakers did there on the reading the cutter of Rosenthal there. Thiel will back down her defender. Shot is good. She's got 4 as the Yellowjackets stretch the lead.
And I like that. She was going to her spin move, spin back, and did a little fadeaway there. Nice job by Willow.
And Thiel bats that one out of bounds. Does a nice job of tapping that out of bounds without following as we approach the 10-minute mark.
Like the aggressiveness of the Yellowjackets on defense tonight. It's kind of hands in all passing lanes. They're swatting at the ball as you watch Rosenthal there.
Stepping into a 3 there is Mace, no good. The putback there, though, is good, and that is Ellie Betcher.
And a steal right back-to-back buckets maybe.
Owen dribbling it off her foot. Having the break was Okeson, but just dribbled it right off her foot.
Maybe a little jinx by me there. I was a little quick to the calling another bucket.
And the Yellowjackets will bring the ball up court. Anderson with it. Now to Rosenthal. Over to Pilgrim. Back to Kennedy Pilgrim. Now Anderson. Olivia Pilgrim right side. Rosenthal. Sydney Anderson down low it goes. Thiel. Thiel backing down on the defender through the lane. Left hand shot. No good. Foul. You kind of see that one coming as Thiel is setting that one up. Does a nice job, and she gets back to the OT insurance line.
Well, and up to this point, it has been her tendency, Jason, to go to that little drop step move that she's so good at as she misses the first one. It was nice to see her kind of show that drop step, get the girl on that defensive side, and then spin to the other side. So a nice progression there of moves by Thiel.
She gets the second to go from the EOT insurance line. The Yellowjackets lead this one 16-6. I'd like to thank our sponsors again, EOT Insurance, KLN Family Brands, United Community Bank, Lakes Ace Hardware, Arvig, Central Minnesota Credit Union, Stein Seed, and the Backyard in Perham for sponsoring tonight's basketball action on the Magnitude Sports Media Network, as well as Perham High School. As they're proud to bring you hoops here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Kennedy Pilgrim swings it over to Sydney Anderson. Now Rosenthal in the lane, kicks back to Sydney. Anderson drives, right hand, doesn't get it to drop. And quickly there for the rebound is Carly May, sent up ahead. Okeson, shot blocked, but a foul. As Okeson was driving to the hoop strong, drew the foul.
And I think through the beginning of this year, Jason, we've talked about home court advantage. We've talked about different times that we're playing. One of the things is as the basket free throw is good, we haven't really talked about is the different way officials call it. That seems like a little bit more physical game happening tonight, and the players really have to adjust to that as Okeson shoots her second shot in how much body contact there is, and she makes the second one. So 2 for 2 for Okeson. But it's being called the same both ways, so you have to use that to your advantage. And there's Willow posting up really nicely, exactly where I would like to see her post up a lot of times, and a great entry pass for another 2 for Thiel.
Lakers work with the basketball. Pilgrim putting some good defense on his Mace, drives, but a foul. It's going to be Pilgrim again. I'll put Carly Mace at the line.
First one just a little long.
At the EOT Insurance free throw line, Riley Mickelson will check in for the Yellowjackets. Good to see her back. That second free throw is good. Some of you may remember she had a tough spill on one of our last broadcasts here. And now working inside, Thiel again off the glass, no good. Rebound tapped around, Thiel grabs it, but she fires it right to Abby Larson. Up ahead to Okeson. Okeson gets the layup this time for the Lakers.
Boy, and was that a nice gather by Okeson there. Going full speed, trying to catch that ball, not easy.
And inside the Yellowjackets counter, right back to Willow Thiel. As Mickelson picks up the assist as Larson brings it up court. Here's Mace looking things over. Right pass intercepted by Willow Thiel. She read that perfectly like a safety. Pilgrim. Now to Mickelson in the lane. Hands it over to Thiel. Thiel thought about it, passes it up. And the Yellowjackets will send up. Inside it goes Hillica off the glass. Too strong. Thiel for the board. Mickelson, the 3, no good. And the rebound grabbed by Larson, and the Lakers coming back. And Larson awkwardly gets a shot off, but it was blocked into the crowd by the Yellowjackets.
One of the things that I can say early on in this game, Jason, is how unselfish the Yellowjackets are playing. It's not just that I'm going to take the shot, I'm close to the basket. It's 3 or 4 passes looking for the most opportune shot.
Thatcher looking for help. Just fires it in the backcourt, and over and back will be the call on the Lakers. And we got a timeout. Timeout called by Detroit Lakes. The Yellowjackets lead by 9 on the United Community Bank scoreboard here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
Well, welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network as they come back from the timeout. They have the basketball. The Yellow Jackets do. They bring it up court. Now to Anderson. To Hillica. She cuts the trailer there. That time was Daggett. Did a nice job. Forced the turnover.
You know, the interesting thing is, Jason, I've been watching this game, obviously, and calling it with you here, and it seems like the Yellow Jackets are really in control, and you look at the scoreboard, and it's 20-11, and all of a sudden you hit a 3 here if you're Detroit Lakes, or even a 2-point basket, and it's really a tight game. So it seems like it's more in the favor of the Yellow Jackets right now, but it's closer than it appears.
Floater in the lane, no good. Rebound, Rustad. Now Anderson will bring it up court. Right side it goes. Mickelson from the corner. 3 is short. Rebound grabbed by Clark Burnett. And here come the Lakers back. Clark Burnett with it. Cross court pass. It goes for Larson. Larson drives, fires up a shot, blocked away by Rustad. Rustad with a good help defense there. Once Mickelson got beat, she left her girl and came and helped out and swatted that one away.
Yeah, it's nice to have Lauren back playing the minutes that she can give. Just her presence and rebounding and on defensive end. It's tough to go in when you have both Willow and Lauren underneath the basket.
Jumper no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds. It'll go to the Yellow Jackets. And it goes out of bounds.
Look for the Yellow Jackets. I'd like to see them try to get Willow back up on that block and get her a look and maybe work inside out. We haven't had those 3-point shots tonight, but I definitely think it can happen the more they're going to double down on her. But we have an illegal screen, and back to the Lakers.
That's on Rosenthal.
That's her second.
Now with it here near side, Daggett. Nice pass down low as they work it down low, but Daggett couldn't hold on to it. Now it's tied up down low. I think held ball is going to be the call. And it is.
An arrow pointing to the Yellow Jackets.
5:30 to go. The Yellow Jackets will bring the ball on court. Rustad with it, looking inside Thiel. Batted away, but Thiel gets it. Nice hard pass that Hilka is able to corral. Now to Rustad. Anderson looking inside Thiel. Thiel works, goes up left-handed, good for 2. Little Thiel filling the scorebook for the Yellow Jackets.
Really nice look by Thiel and good patience by the Yellow Jackets.
Inside it goes. Okeson off the glass, too strong. Thiel's there for the board. Now Kaya Stars will bring it up court. Goes to Rustad. Rustad loses control, gains it back, and travels. So she stood right up. Yellow Jackets lead 22-11 on the United Community Bank scoreboard. As Kennedy Pilgrim will come back in now for the Yellow Jackets. The Lakers will bring it up. Larson inside. A battle down low, and the ball goes off bounds. Kind of looked like both players in the post were just like, oh, there's a game going on, and then the pass comes in right to them.
Well, and that was a really nice setup, Jason. They were running a double screen for Hauser coming off the top for a 3, and they threw it inside, I think, just because of what you were saying. I'd like to see the Lakers run that one again because it was a wide open look for Hauser.
Clark Burnett with the pass down low, kick it here for Okeson. She drives, throws up a shot, and is fouled. And that will put Okeson to the EOT Insurance free throw line. She's already got 4 points, 2 of them at the free throw line. Foul is on Thiel as the first shot is good. Okeson is now 3 of 3 at the line. And there it is. She misses that one. And the Yellow Jackets get the board. Now it's tapped out of bounds here on the near side. And we got a timeout, this one called by the Yellowjackets. They lead by 10 with just over 4 minutes to go here on the United Community Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break on the Magnitude Sport.
Checking your credit score the easy way. Keeping your checking safe. Always.
Welcome back here to the Hive as we get back to live action between the Yellowjackets and the Lakers. As now the entry pass goes to Thiel. Thiel in the lane, kick out left side. It's a three from Anderson, too strong. Rebound popped up in the air. Anderson comes down with a nice play there by Pilgrim. Hillica drives, kick to Kennedy Pilgrim. They'll swing it over to Anderson. Lakers change up their look now. Thiel and draws a foul. Foul is on Abby Larson. That's her second.
Team fifth, so both teams are getting close to that bonus situation.
Starzl, right side, Kennedy Pilgrim. Back to Starzl, looking in field. Doing a nice job there was doing a nice job there was Mace on preventing that entry pass from Starzl. Now there it is to Thiel. Thiel kick out Starzl. Starzl with a nice move, pull up jumpers, blocked, tapped out of bounds, will stay with the Yellowjackets. And that time, Helena Diggett picks up the block.
Little zone here by the Lakers. Kind of threw the Yellowjackets into a little bit of tailspin there, but quick three by Anderson.
And Hauser's there for the board. Yellowjackets not as hot as they have been in the past from the three-point line.
No,
today.
I'm used to looking at the stat sheet and seeing a bunch of threes. We've got one so far tonight.
Pass down low and a foul as Daggett was going to the hoop. It's going to put Daggett to the line.
Foul on Hillica, her first.
Free throw, no good. Rebound tapped out of bounds.
Ball back to the Yellowjackets, and it's going to be an interesting. I think we still haven't seen the best of either one of these teams, Jason. And I do still think that it's important for them to keep going into Willow. If they start to double and triple team Willow, even if they change up defenses, she can find that open look for a three for the Yellowjackets.
Field down low, right hand this time, short. Hauser's there for the rebound in a nice battle that's been developing in the paint between Thiel and Hauser. And now Hauser has it. Nice pass down low, fighting through is Okeson. She gets the bucket and the foul. And Okeson has a chance in an old school three-point play.
And credit the Lakers there. They were working off the Yellowjackets overplaying that wing. They did a nice back cut there, Okeson did, and then connects on that old-fashioned three-point play that we don't see as much anymore, Jason.
Here from the EOT Insurance line, it's now a 7-point game just like that. Thiel. Gonna go right hand, now spins, hands it off, Hillica, and she's fouled and has a chance at a three-point play.
And just as I say, we don't see it, we go back-to-back possessions.
Fouls on Ella Okeson. Now Riley Mickelson will come back in for Kennedy Pilgrim. Pilgrim has 2 fouls with 2:30 to go. Coach Super making sure she doesn't pick up her third. Silka's going for the three-point play, and she gets it from the EOT Insurance line.
And it's one area I think I've seen the Yellowjackets execute better than I've seen them is at the free throw line. So I guess you give some things and you take some things, but they're shooting really well from the line, and they're in the bonus for the rest of the way.
Okeson off balance shot, too strong, but the putback is there for Ella Betcher.
Seems like every time the Yellow Jackets make a little run, a nice basket by the Lakers kind of keeps them right in the game.
Field, left hand, contact, but she fights through it and gets it to drop for 2. Now Okeson looking to run. She's going to try to go coast to coast now, ditch it off. Shot short, Okeson there, puts it up and in.
And now all of a sudden we went from no scoring to scoring up and down the floor.
And now a turnover. Mickelson too strong on the far side pass, goes out of bounds.
And I remember coaching, those are the kind of turnovers that kind of drive you crazy a little bit. You're going well, you're scoring well. Let's not turn it over. Let's get it in our offense, and we'll have a good chance of scoring.
Now foul on Starzl. Her first. It'll put Carly Mace to the OT Insurance free throw line. Free throw off to the left. Nice pass inside and drawing a foul that time is Hilka. And now the Yellow Jackets are going to go to the EOT Insurance line for the rest of the first half.
And you can see how this game is changing even in the way it's being called. The girls are kind of looking like, what, I've done this. Now it's changing a little bit. So you got to kind of roll with the flow here a little bit if you're one of the players and know what you can and cannot do.
Free throw by Hilka is good. She'll get the bonus. She's 4 of 4 at the line. Second free throw, good again. Yellow Jackets shooting really well at the line tonight.
Little full court pressure pick up here by the Yellow Jackets.
Hauser with it, down low it goes. Right hand shot in the lane, no good. Rebound battled for, out of bounds. Last touch by Mickelson.
And that was a really nice look by Hauser. She just zinged that pass right through the lane and kind of over the shoulder of a Yellow Jacket. So nice look there by Hauser.
Inbounds pass Hauser. Clark Burnett. Mace thought about the 3, now passes it over there for Daggett. Mace with it. Now you kind of got to ask with Okeson on the bench for the moment, where's the scoring going to come from? As it's shot inside by Betcher, no good. Put back, no good, but a foul. Fouls on Hilka.
Her second now, so with 57 seconds left, it'll be interesting to see if Coach Super, as the first shot goes in by Betcher.
She's got 5.
And Hilka does go to the bench. Just it's a smart move there by Coach Super to protect her. No need to pick up a cheap third foul here. And
second one is good.
Yeah. At the EOT free throw line has been a hot free throw line for both squads.
Now Starzl with it, under 50 seconds to go. Rustad with it. To Anderson. To Mickelson. Inside, Thiel. Thiel off the glass, too strong that time. Hauser gets the board. We'll see if the Lakers elect to go for the final shot or they're going to continue to push. Clark Burnett with it. To Hauser with 30 seconds. Look right side, Mace. But stepping out of bounds on the pass there was Mace. The Yellow Jackets will bring it up court. Leading by 8. Riley Mickelson with it. Rustad, right side, Anderson looks in, Thiel. Thiel. The scoop shot, no good. Rebound slammed out of bounds with 9.1 seconds to go.
And the Lakers are kind of defending that cutter type situation. I'd like to see a little high-low type action, especially when you get Rustad and Thiel in the game where one of them's at the free throw line extended and the other one's posted up. I think they would be really tough to defend like that.
Thiel with it to Rustad with 3. Anderson will take the 3. That's off the mark. Rebound will fall to the ground. And at the half, the Yellow Jackets lead this one by a score of 29-21. Lance, kind of unique first half. The Yellowjackets struggling from the three-point line.
Right, and we're not used to seeing that, Jason, especially on their home floor. And I think that's one of those things that happen once in a while. You're not always going to shoot the ball well. Are you able to do the other things to win a basketball game? Right now they are. They're shooting free throws. They're rebounding well. They're playing good defense. That's why they're up 29-21. If they failed on those three items, I think the Lakers would have a handy, substantial lead right now. So great job on when things that you're usually good at aren't going for you. It's nice to see them pick up the other pieces and being successful tonight.
We'll take a break on the KLN Family Brands Halftime Show.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown Perham.
When everything is in one place, it's easier to stay focused on your own life. At Central Minnesota Credit Union, we've streamlined our financial tools to ensure you have everything you need all under one roof. Whether you're starting a family, starting a business, or buying a home, CMCU is here to be a trusted financial partner. CMCU offers free checking options and a network of financial experts. Because when everything is in one place, it's easier to stay focused on your own life.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
They say a dollar doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom, it does. Especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
Welcome back here at halftime on the KLN Family Brands, halftime show. Perham Yellowjackets lead this one 29-21 on Detroit Lakes. Scoring for Perham not really spread out. Only 3 scores in that first half. Greta Hillico with 13, Willow Thiel with 13, and Sydney Anderson with 3. Which kind of goes to show the Yellowjackets are really making, I think I have to credit Detroit Lakes on their defense, really kind of taking away that 3 and making the Yellowjackets beat them inside.
And I think there's always a combination when you're limited in your scoring. One is the other opponent's defense, and the Lakers are doing a really nice job. But I think if you're in the Yellowjackets locker room, it's more about your execution and maybe sometimes your shot selection, and it's just not falling. And when you're a shooter, you can't think about missing the first 1, 2, 3, 4. You just got to keep shooting. And then a good old saying that a friend of mine would say that I teach with, you got to shoot to get hot, you got to shoot to stay hot. So I don't see them shooting really hot right now, but that doesn't mean you quit. You got to keep doing it. That being said, as well as Willow is playing in the post, you have to go through her until those shots start falling.
Well, I think one of the key things that you mentioned that about staying hot, becoming hot, and what you got to do. I think another key and a great sign of a very good team is the ability to win when your shots aren't dropping. And they're playing good defense and limiting Detroit Lakes, which is helping them get some offense.
Yeah, and one of the things I know, being someone who is a shooter or like to call himself a shooter when I played, when I got to play with a really good post player, it was really, that's where I wanted to go first. And not because I didn't want to shoot the ball. I knew I was going to get an easier shot if I went into a good post player. And a good post player does two things. They can score underneath the basket, and they also have great vision and can find the open three-point shooter. And when our girls can get their feet set, I think we're going to shoot the ball better.
Well, we'll take a quick timeout. At halftime, Yellowjackets lead 29-21.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Why would you wander around a warehouse store looking for paint when you could just swing by your neighborhood Ace? In addition to Ace's award-winning service, we have top-rated paint brands. Plus, our color matching technology allows us to match any color. So stop wandering and start painting. Head to your neighborhood Ace today.
Hi, this is Mallory Stotterell
and Erica Saylor from Lakes Ace Hardware.
You can expect expert help for your next project at Lakes Ace Hardware,
right here in downtown.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein Enlist E3 soybeans have yield.
Good sportsmanship. It will carry you further in life than sports. Growing up in North Dakota, I learned to respect my opponents, the coaches, and the officials. The values of fairness and teamwork carried me to the highest level in my sport and allowed me to live my dream of playing football in the NFL. It doesn't matter if you're on the stage, the playing field, or in the stands. We are all better when we show respect for others and practice good sportsmanship. Carry yourself with dignity. Being gracious makes the losses easier and the victories that much sweeter. So when the lights on the playing field, the stage, or the gym floor dim, you'll always have pride in yourself.
Welcome back here at the half. The Lakers trailed the Yellowjackets by a score of 29-21. We thank you again for turning in to the Magnitude Sports Media Network. We'd like to thank our sponsors one more time. EOT Insurance, KLN Family Brands, United Community Bank, Lakes Ace Hardware, Arvig, Perham High School, Central Minnesota Credit Union, Stein Seed, and The Backyard in Perham. We'd like to thank them for sponsoring Magnitude Sports and basketball here. Stats in that first half for the Detroit Lakes Lakers. They're led by Ella Okeson. She had 10 points. Abby Larson had 2. Olivia Clark-Burnett had 2. 6 on the board for Ella Betcher. And 1 point for Carly Mace for the Lakers in that opening half. Ella Okeson really kind of took charge for the Lakers in that first half.
She did. She was a nice, she kind of did it in all aspects, Jason. She played some really good defense, which turned around into offense. She was one of the really impressive players for the Lakers, and I like the way she cut to the basket. And she just did a really good job of cutting to the basket, and Hauser is very impressive with her ability to find her. So I think they'll keep working that component. I know that the Yellowjackets are trying to kind of play a little bit of a defense where they may leave a player open. Let's see if Detroit Lakes makes a little adjustment here and gets rolling.
For just moments from the start of the second half, that was the KLN Family Brands halftime show as we get ready to go for the second half. Yellowjackets getting final instructions from head coach TJ Super. The Lakers are ready to go. They'll inbound to start the second half, brought to you by Arvig. As inbounding the basketball will be Ella Okeson. To start our second half here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Larson with it. Stolen away by Anderson. Anderson, the layup, too strong. Hauser the rebound. Quickly up ahead, there's Okeson. The layup is good for Ella Okeson. She's got 12, just like that.
This is the way we ended the first half, Jason, where it went up and down the floor.
Hillica short on the three. Rebound tied up. Held ball will be the call. Rosenthal will inbound on the baseline. Now to Olivia Pilgrim. Inside it goes Thiel. Thiel shot blocked, but fouled.
That was nice defense there, and it was close to maybe the hand on ball there, but good for Thiel. She's continuing to go up strong to the basket and really having a nice game tonight.
Thiel at the EOT insurance line hits the first one. Does not get the second to go, and Hauser gets the loose ball. And that's pass too strong for Hauser. Save, no. Nice effort by Dagan on the far side, but her foot toes the sideline.
Was that ever a nice effort, Jason? I thought for sure that was going out of bounds, and she sprinted over there and just couldn't quite tippy-toe that line.
Hillica to Rosenthal. Rosenthal fights through, gets to Thiel. Thiel in the lane, pull-up jumper out the glass, too strong. Fights, gets her own border, put back is good for two. It's got 16, Yellowjackets lead 32-23. Cross court it goes. Here's Larson looking inside. Thiel read that perfectly. And a nice steal there. Hillica with it. Right side, Anderson. Inside Thiel, that's forced, but it goes back to Thiel. Thiel pull-up jumper with contact is fouled. She'll be at the line to shoot.
And I think you said it, Jason. It was kind of forced there, and that's one of the things. If they're going to shrink that box down on Thiel, we got to have the other girls now step up and take those shots. Even if it's not been going for you, you have to keep shooting that. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty compacted in the lane for Thiel.
Thiel gets a second at the EOT insurance line. Again, that first foul this half was on J.C. Hauser. That one was on Ella Betcher. And now a steal. Bounce pass for Anderson. Now it goes to Pilgrim, back to Anderson. Anderson will take the three. No good. Hillica gets the rebound. I believe the Yellowjackets have only hit just the one three-pointer. And that was Hillica for three there. That's the second. Anderson hit a three in the first half. Hillica now here in the second half.
And you saw how DL was diving in on Willow as soon as she kind of got the ball. Nice job by Anderson doing exactly what I was talking about, spotting up and hitting that shot.
Pilgrim with a nice pass up, but a nice block by Okeson coming back on the layup. And Okeson swats that one out. And that defensive play, defense leading to offense there as Steele got the steal. But the Lakers were able to come back and block the shot attempt. Hillica thought about it, but no. Steele looked inside Rosenthal, will now come outside to Rosenthal. Now it comes to Hillica. She's going to fire a three. That one's off the mark. Tracked down by Mace. Hillica putting pressure on.
And DL went back to that 2-3 zone. The three giving more opportunity. Oh, nice shot there by Hauser. Holy smokes.
She worked inside, got a nice feed, and finished with the layup.
But back to this zone, kind of compacts it and leaves Thiel, and another steal by the Lakers here.
Layup there, good. That's Selena Daggett. And now the Lakers are running a little bit as it's 36-27. Pass near side, out of the hands of Rosenthal on a turnover.
And you can just sense even their bench, Jason. You'd make a little run like that, and all of a sudden you go, we're back in this. Let's get going. And everybody plays just a little bit harder, and let's see what they do on this offensive set.
We might be getting time to see a timeout come as that shot blocked by Thiel. Now a foul. Late whistle on that one. And it's going to send Daggett to the line. It's going to be on Thiel. There was contact there. I think just surprised that the whistle was that late.
Right, I was kind of watching to see who might get that rebound off of that, and it ended up that's when the foul was called.
Daggett hits the first at the EOT Insurance free throw line. Thiel is the one on the foul. It's her second. So it's 36-28. Second free throw is good. The Lakers continue.
And the Jackets aren't in terrible foul trouble, but it's starting to mount up here, Jason.
Hillica now. Near side Pilgrim. Hillica with it, not able to get a shot. Now Anderson. Down to Rosenthal, into Thiel, batted away. Fortunately for the Yellow Jackets, it came back to Rosenthal. Anderson's going to take that three, too strong. Rebound, Hauser. Thiel did a nice job not following there. She could have been a dangerous spot to pick up a third. Now Olkison's going to launch a three, too strong. Thiel gets the board. She's going to clear out, outlet pass up ahead, tapped out of bounds by Carly Mace.
And this might be a timeout. I was just going to call that. The girls just seemed a little out of sorts. And credit to the Lakers, the zone defense is kind of.
They say $1 doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom, it does. Especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
Welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. And Lance, right now, the momentum in the Hive is starting to sail along with the Lakers.
Exactly, and if Olkison's shot a nice look at a three, if that would have went, Jason, I think the place would have erupted here a little bit, and it's just tightening up, and you can sense the Yellow Jackets. So I'm interested to see what the coaching staff comes up here to try to combat this zone defense that's been pretty pesky on the Yellow Jackets.
Right side, Pilgrim. And they're not giving Thiel. Now the three from Anderson, good. And a big-time three there for Sydney Anderson.
And that's a great way, and that makes you feel good as a coaching staff when you call a timeout and you bury a three.
Now Anderson with the steal, fights through it, but Hauser gets it back. Pass to Olkison, they lost her. Now the rebound put back in a foul. And that's going to send Daggett back to the line. That's Pilgrim's third. Free throw's good by Daggett. Both teams with 2 fouls in this second half. That free throw's good as well.
I thought maybe Super would look towards the bench with 3 fouls, but trusting his player right now to stay out on the court.
Thiel inside, left hand, works her way through the lane, but she traveled. The back foot just stuck and did not come with Thiel on the nice move.
You know, one of the things I think watching the film, the Coach Super and his staff is going to work on is all the girls are kind of flat-footed on the perimeter. Willow makes her move, they're all standing. They got to go and look for that open spot to get their three and get their shot, and they're not doing that right now.
Pilgrim with the steal brings it up to Rosenthal. Now Anderson looks to drive. She does to the hoop. No, but she's fouled. Fouls on Carly Mace. They'll put Anderson to the line, to the EOT insurance line. For the Yellow Jackets, she's got 6. Make it 7. And that was a nice job by Anderson on the baseline with the head fake to get by the defender and drive to the hoop. Now Riley Mickelson will come in, as you just mentioned earlier, the possession ago, for Olivia Pilgrim.
Yeah, and a nice job to probably protect her for a couple minutes here.
Slipping there on the drive to the hoop there was Mace. Lakers wanting a foul. They thought there was contact. They might have had a good argument there, depending on what angle of the floor you're on. Inside it goes. Mickelson to Hillica. Hillica back out to Mickelson. Now Rosenthal over to the right side. Anderson down low. Thiel. Thiel kicks back out. Anderson with the head fake. Gets a defender off the ground. Floats up a shot. It goes.
And if you go back and rewind that tape, that Anderson did exactly what I was talking about. She moved with Willow there, and she didn't get the three-point shot, but she was at a great angle to drive and make the bucket.
And now the Yellow Jackets put the pressure on defensively, and the Lakers throw it out of bounds. So Super uses a smart timeout, and the Yellow Jackets have went back on a little bit of a run.
Yeah, really, really nice to stem that tide, and now the Lakers go back to man-to-man offense, or defense, excuse me.
Inside, oof. It's all about.
Yeah, right idea. Just a little more oomph than Olivia was ready for there.
Near side looking to drive Mace and draws the foul. Foul's going to be, I believe, on Sydney Anderson, and it is her first. Hauser with it. Quick shot there was Daggett, too strong. Hillica gets it. Near side Anderson. Entry pass, Thiel, and the triple team comes and ends up being a turnover. Quick outlet up ahead to Okeson in stride, but the shot's no good. And a turnover.
And I think the Lakers are starting to concentrate on Willow so much. A long three. Willow's not going to be able to put that ball on the floor. She's going to have to keep it chin and look for that open three and maybe reset herself and then a pass back into the post.
Mickelson with it, hands it off to Hillica. The Yellow Jackets reset now. Anderson has the look for three. No good there. Hauser the rebound. Mickelson causing havoc in the backcourt, almost gets a steal. Daggett with the head fake, right side for Okeson. She drives in the lane, draws the contact. Oh, it's an offensive foul. Okeson gets called for the offensive foul on the drive to the hoop.
Nice job by Willow standing her ground there. And we'll have a host of substitution coming in. And I was going to say it's almost time for a timeout or some subs because we looked a little flat on both sides, just maybe tired. It's been some up and down action going here for the first part of this second half.
Near side it goes. Hillica. Cross court Anderson. Now to Mickelson. The baseline three, short off the iron. Rebound grabbed by Larson.
And again, the Yellow Jackets made a nice run, as you alluded to, Jason. And I look up, it's still only 11-point lead. So a good offensive set here by the Lakers, and it cuts that deficit. And a nice play there, just didn't connect.
Anderson with it. She'll take a three. Too strong. Clark Burnett the rebound for the Lakers. Now bringing it up court, Larson. Left side, Hauser will step into a three-pointer and hits it. J.C. Hauser hits the deep three.
And that's a big bucket with 10 minutes to go here, Jason, to cut it to 8. And again, like I said, Lakers just don't go away.
Kennedy Pilgrim with the pass. Now Anderson will take a three and hit it. Sydney Anderson with the big answer. Hauser hits a three. Anderson answers, and the Yellow Jackets back by 11. Clark Burnett traveled as she went up but never finished. And there's a timeout With 9:45 to go, the Yellowjackets lead by 11 on the United Community Bank scoreboard.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
Yeah.
Welcome back here to the Hive on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Yellowjackets leading this one 45-34.
And you can see, Jason, how DL has stayed in a lot of games. They do a lot of things well. Just the finishing part right now is kind of what's holding them back. They run a nice offensive set. They're getting some good back cuts. They rebound. They play good defense. They just need to finish a little bit more, and I think they'll be in a lot of games.
Anderson gets the pass, drives, kicked out to Mickelson. Mickelson to Pilgrim. To Anderson over to Mickelson. Down low goes Rustad. Rustad shot no good, altered in the lane. Hauser for the rebound, quickly trying to come back is Larson. Larson hands it off Hauser. That's blocked by Rustad, and now coming back, Anderson needs some help, gets it from Hilka. Now Mickelson looking inside to Rustad, not there. Pilgrim, back to Mickelson.
Good hustle there by Rustad, getting that ball back.
Pilgrim will take a three, and she hits it. Kennedy Pilgrim with a big three-pointer there for the Yellowjackets.
And a nice job. Just it got DL out of rotation when that ball hit the ground, and good hustle there by Rustad and the Yellowjackets.
Wills, the right hand, and a foul. Well, put Addie Wills to the line.
And I think that's one of those that Rustad is going to realize that if she just stays straight up, the foul is going to be an offensive foul, and that she's long enough that that's a tough shot for any girl to go over the top.
Free throw by Wills, no good at the EOT insurance line. This is where the Yellowjackets really need to get some points, or excuse me, the Lakers need to get some points with the clock stopped with 8:33 to go. Second free throw forthcoming. That one is good.
Yeah, and back to the full court press here, Jason. It was kind of a token pressure, falling back now into man-to-man.
Anderson driving, kick out. Pilgrim with thought about it. No, drives in the lane, stops, hands it off Anderson. Anderson inside Thiel again. Thiel, the turnaround jumper, good.
Boy, every time tonight, Jason, that the Jackets have needed a bucket or just to kind of settle in, it's been Thiel.
Thiel's going to perhaps lock herself into the United Community Bank Player of the Game discussion as a three-pointer on the other side, no good. Rustad, instead of letting it go out of bounds, saves it for Mickelson. And now Anderson comes back, loses control of the ball on her way up. Now Okeson will just go coast to coast, fire up a shot, no good, draws a foul.
And the funny thing is, Jason, it's kind of one of those that you go, oh no, when Rustad went to get it, but I think it took DL off guard, and I thought the Jackets were going to get an easy layup out of it.
Falls on Kennedy Pilgrim, that's her third. At the OT insurance line is Ella Okeson, and she gets the roll.
She's had a really nice line, a nice night at the EOT free throw line, Jason. She's a strong player, and she likes to get to the basket, and that's how she's shooting so many free throws.
She has 13 points and short on that one. But the Lakers get the ball. Pass stolen away by Thiel. I want to ask head coach TJ Super about the amount of steals that Thiel has had tonight. She's done a nice job on the entry passes inside.
Yeah, she's definitely filled the stat book not only in points, but assist and
there's a kick
steals.
out. And a three, no good. Almost picking up another assist. But Hauser gets the rebound. Quickly up ahead. And thrown away. Lakers are looking like some of the quarterback play I watched last night from both teams with some outlet passes here today.
I was going to say you had to be talking about the Bears.
The steal goes inside. The layup is good. See, I just left it vague this time.
Yeah, well, both teams, not very vague.
Well, there's 2 games left yesterday.
That's true.
So Hauser with it.
That's true. You called me out on that one.
Inside
nice play.
It goes. A nice layup, no good, and a foul is going to put Betcher to the line.
And that's one of the things I've been impressed with the Lakers, Jason, is how Hauser handles that ball at the top of the key. She really sees it well, probably like the quarterback that you like to cheer for. I hate to say it, but doing a nice job kind of orchestrating that offense from the kind of a point forward position.
Free throw no good there for Betcher. And these are opportunities the Lakers can't afford to waste at the EOT free throw line. Insurance line is that free throw this time is good.
I think you make a good point there, Jason. It's hard to go 1 out of 2 on a free throw line when the Yellowjackets are scoring 2 or 3 points in every possession. You're not going to catch up that way, and no matter what kind of math you use.
Pilgrim. Near side, Mickelson. Mickelson will take a long jumper. That's short. Rebound grabbed there by Daggett. Looking to drive to the hoop. Nice dish. And his shot is blocked, but a foul. Nice drive by Larson and saw Betcher down low and dish it there, and Thiel gets called for the foul on the block.
I'm not really sure how she saw her, Jason. She kind of went into kind of the land of the trees down there, and all of a sudden I wasn't sure where she was throwing it, and there was Betcher basically wide open underneath the basket on the other side.
And here's the thing is Detroit Lakes will be shooting the rest of the way with 6:21 to go.
And so we're going to be using the EOT free throw line often. The key to that is they got to make those, Jason. And
they missed both, but Okeson, Lance, puts that back for 2.
She's been a really strong player for them, and a lot of it's hustle and hard work.
Pilgrim with it now. Cross court there for Anderson. Anderson to Thiel. Thiel pass there, stolen away, and back the other way. Pass too strong, out of bounds. We'll go back to the Yellowjackets.
And watching that play over again, Jason, the last time down for the Jackets, a couple things have to happen. Rosenthal's got to cut faster and make it known that she's wide open. Willow's got to look to that opposite side, and there would be a wide open layup there.
Thiel, kick out. Pilgrim's going to take a 3. That's off the mark. Nice pass. Rosenthal there. Thiel with it. Backs down. Kick out. Anderson 3. No good. Rosenthal, nice position down low. Gets the rebound. Hands it off to Thiel, and that's swatted away.
What a possession there for Rosenthal. Definitely not the tallest player on the court, but grittiness level is way up there as she's just continuing offensive rebounding.
Thiel gets the inbound pass. Cross-court pass. Not there. Was looking for Rosenthal near side. She didn't move out of the rebound, so it wasn't there off the inbounds pass, excuse me.
And it's tough when you've been double, triple teamed all night. Sometimes you think you're patient, but you're not quite as patient as you thought you were.
And now Rosenthal with a nice board there. Pilgrim to Anderson. Hands it off to Hillica. Yellowjackets with about 5 minutes to go. With good ball movement down low, Rosenthal back out to Anderson. Cross court it goes, Pilgrim. Now to Thiel. Thiel's going to take the shot and hit it. She noticed they gave it to her and she hit it.
That was an awesome set by Willow right there. She kind of moved around to the spot where they weren't and then wasn't afraid to take that jumper. If she hits that, Jason, it's going to be really tough to defend her in the future.
Timeout called by the Lakers. They trail the Yellowjackets by 15 here on the United Community Bank scoreboard on the Magnitude Sports Media Network.
Hi, I'm Trevor Seaman with United Community Bank, and today we're down at the Gathering Grounds, joined with Ashley Clifton.
Hello.
Ashley, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
What's the best part for you about working with United Community Bank?
Besides just that they believed in me and kind of took a chance on me and helped me get it all together, I think what's more is that they really do support the community. They come in the store all the time. They don't just give us business, but they, encourage our business, buy gift cards in the winter when we're slower to give to other, locals and businesses. So it's just really inspirational for me.
They say $1 doesn't go far these days, but in my classroom, it does. Especially when I can use it to buy technology to keep my students on the cutting edge of learning.
Arvig donates money to my school through a school partnership program.
$1 of your payment goes to area schools like mine for computers, tablets, smart technology.
It doesn't cost me anything extra to provide a better,
brighter,
more connected classroom.
Welcome back here. We're just getting ready to come back to live action on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. As the Lakers set up shop, trying to cut into the lead here out of the timeout. Daggett into the lane, floats up a shot, is good. You may have heard head coach TJ Super in the background. He saw that play coming and was trying to get the defender to come out.
Yeah, and those are one of those that you, as a coach, just kind of clench your fist because you see it coming and you want to help your team out. You just can't quite do it from the bench.
Anderson with it. Now to Pilgrim. Goes through her legs and a turnover. Daggett with it. Daggett to the hoop. It's good for two.
And I think I've been searching for a term for this DL team. It's scrappy. They are just a scrappy team, and they're never quite out of it. Back to 11 points here, Jason.
And we'd be remiss, we got to talk about this. The Lakers are missing several key players. And it'd be interesting to see what type of squad they would be with those girls in the game.
Exactly.
Rebound grabbed by Daggett. Off of their roster tonight. They have 6 girls scratched. Inside pass, Okeson to the hoop, right hand, good.
And you can see the pieces coming together if you're a Laker fan. And the Yellowjackets just got to stay calm, realize they have a 9-point lead. There's 3 minutes left. Run your offense. But each possession down now, the Lakers are kind of switching up defenses. Foul here on Larson, I believe. But they're switching up defenses almost on every possession, not allowing the Yellowjackets to get comfortable in one set.
Hillica the inbound. Gives it to Rosenthal, back to Hillica. Anderson fights through and gets the ball. Now to Rosenthal. Now again to Anderson, double team on her to Rosenthal. Now to Pilgrim. Pilgrim, pass batted out of bounds by Larson. You can see who they're putting their double teams. You can see on the screen they're picking up on different players and which ones they're letting go.
Yeah, it's really a kind of an interesting defense here and what we're trying to do. I think the Yellowjackets have an opportunity for a back cut here for a layup pretty quick.
Rosenthal into the lane, bounce pass Thiel and gets fouled on her way out. And Thiel will go to the line. To the EOT free throw insurance line. Insurance free throw line.
Rosenthal's had a nice game. You're not going to hear her name on the scoring, but rebounding, steals, nice assist there. Just a really good, well-rounded game for her tonight.
And that free throw's good.
And again, every free throw the Yellowjackets can hit puts a little bit more pressure on the Lakers here to score faster.
Thiel with a nice job, gets a steal there. Up ahead to Anderson, but it's stolen by Larson. Long pass and a timeout called by the Lakers.
Travel, I believe.
First. Well, there was a couple of steps after the rebound.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a timeout there too, Jason. And
well, I thought it was a timeout because I saw her throw and I saw the coach jumping up and down, thinking that she might have called timeout in the middle of a turnover. Ooh, Hillica, nifty footwork on the far side apparently. Keeps it in bounds. Off the inbounds pass. And now a foul.
And again, now we're into that bonus situation for both teams, and it might come down to the battle of who makes their free throws.
And that'll be Olivia Rosenthal at the free throw line. Falls on Daggett. First free throw by Rosenthal is good.
And again, a really good night at the free throw line, continuing for the Yellowjackets, and a lot of points scored from the free throw line.
And that one's good. So Rosenthal's 2 for 2 at the line. Lakers bringing the ball up court with Larson. Mace goes right side. Daggett with the head fake to Hauser. Hauser's going to take the shots. Doesn't get the roll. Field gets the rebound and a foul. I'll put Field on the line. That one's on Daggett. Field will be shooting 1 and the bonus if she hits. With 1:51-ish to go in the second half. Free throw's good. Second is good as well.
Sydney Anderson with a little token pressure, just trying to take some added seconds off the clock. Pretty smart move there. Heady move by a senior.
Larson looks to drive, kicks out now Okeson. She's going to fire a long 3, doesn't get the roll. Now they battle to the deck, and it'll be a held ball.
Stays the way of the Lakers here and gives them a set. And I would look for something with a Hauser-Okeson feel right here. Now I think they're 2 of the scoring leaders there for the Lakers.
Shot short. Clark Burnett fights for a rebound and a foul. That will put Clark Burnett the OT insurance line. Fouls on Olivia Rosenthal. Free throw by Burnett, good.
Jason's laughing as it's the last time I'm going to make a prediction on the night, maybe.
Second free throw is good as well. And now, the timeouts on the floor. The Yellowjackets lead by 12 on the United Community Bank scoreboard. We'll take a break on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. Welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network as we're getting into the final minutes of this one between the Yellowjackets and the Lakers. The Yellowjackets inbounding underneath. Hillico with it. Now to Anderson. Lakers trying to, I thought, foul there as Anderson picks it up for Pilgrim. Back up to Anderson. Anderson waits and there's the foul. Foul's going to be on Okeson. That's going to put Anderson to the line, to the EOT Insurance free throw line. And she gets the first.
So on the next foul, Jason, the Yellowjackets will be in the double bonus. Automatically shooting 2.
And Anderson gets them both. And the Yellowjackets continue that strong night at the free throw line.
I just can't believe the amount of points scored at the free throw line.
Inside goes Betcher with a nice move, and she gets to go for 2.
That was a nice look, a left-handed kind of mini hook right there.
Anderson to Hillica. Hillica gonna have to hurry. Gets it to Rosenthal. Into Willow, nice cut to the hoop. Hillica, shot is good, and she's fouled.
Nice look by Willow, just staying patient and calm, and I think if that cut wasn't there, she was just going to be content to hold on to it, take time off the clock, and probably receive a foul and go to the free throw line.
Falls on Larson, her 4th. Caitlin Bartson checks in. Lily Ockery, Kaya Anderson, and Kaya Starzl in for the Yellowjackets. And Hillica has a chance at the 3-point play. And she gets it. And now Riley Mickelson will come in. As the Yellowjackets are closing in on win number 6. The Lakers bring it up court. Hauser. Nice pass, Betcher, and she's fouled.
And again, Hauser's had a really, really nice game, Jason. Just kind of running the show from kind of that free throw line extended area. And it's a good look for the Lakers and something to really build on.
Betcher gets it to go.
Again, that EOT free throw line's been used a ton tonight.
Mickelson with it. Yellowjackets by 12, under a half a minute to go. Starzl near side. The Yellowjackets will improve to 6-1. Detroit Lakes will fall to 1-3. Mickelson with it. Now we'll get it to Starzl. Over to Anderson. To Mickelson. The Yellowjackets working the clock, and we'll finish this one up as they pick up a 64-52 victory over Detroit Lakes. And a nice victory for the Yellowjackets as the sales are down tonight, as Perham earns a 64-52 win.
Yeah, and a night you pick up a win when you probably don't do what you wanted to do. I think the Yellowjackets like to shoot the three-pointers, and they weren't really falling tonight, but they found a way to win.
We'll take a break and come back with the Stein Seed post-game show, where we'll name our Central Minnesota Credit Union Moment of the Game and our United Community Bank Player of the Game. All coming up in our post-game show, brought to you by Stein Seed here on the Magnitude Sports.
Perham Public Schools, School of Champions. Perham Public Schools, School of Champions.
There's no question that yield is at the core of everything we do at Stein. It's why we are here today, and it's what will continue to propel us and our growers into the future of agriculture. Stein and List E3 soybeans provide a significant dollar per acre yield benefit, plus access to the best weed control in the industry. That is yield plus results. Yield expected, yield delivered. Stein and List E3 soybeans have yield.
KLN is home to great companies like Kenny's Candy and Tuffy's Pet Foods. Matt Nagel here. I was raised right here in Lakes Country. Our products are top-notch. Working for a successful, locally owned family business means job security, pride, and a connection to our local communities. Join us at Kenny's Candy. Experience an awesome benefit program, competitive wages, a sign-on bonus, and profit sharing. Shop local, work local. Get started at klnfamilybrands.com or call 347-0525 and ask for Matt.
Checking your credit score the easy way. Keeping your checking safe. Always.
Jake, no video games till your homework's done, bud.
It is done, Mom. What about your homework?
My homework?
Arvik donates $1 from our internet payment each month. Helps buy technology for my classroom. Computers, tablets, stuff that wasn't invented when you were in school.
Haha, good one.
It's free.
School partnership program. That's an easy assignment.
I can see it now. Video games for every student.
Well, welcome back here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. The Yellowjackets earn a 64-52 victory tonight over the Detroit Lakes Lakers in Lance. It was a nice victory for the Yellowjackets when their normal nights from beyond the arc was not there. The Yellowjackets were cold, but they found a way to win.
Right, and it wasn't for the lack of running their offense or getting good shots. It just wasn't falling, and you can't change that, and that's just part of the game. It's what other things do you do when what you normally do well doesn't work. Tonight it was free throws, and any team that shoots 19 for 24 from the free throw line, Jason, is an impressive night because you're going to have some of those that don't go in. I thought free throws were a huge key, and I thought the second thing that they really did well was they rebounded pretty well. And you got to do the little things right when the thing that you're used to going to just isn't going.
The Stein Seed postgame show moves on. First, our stats in tonight's game. Leading the way for the Yellowjackets with 26 points was Will Thiel. 19 points for Greta Hillica, 14 for Sydney Anderson. 3 points for Kennedy Pilgrim and 2 for Olivia Rosenthal. Across the board for the Lakers, they're led by Ella Okeson with 17. 12 points for Ella Betcher, 10 points for Helena Daggett, 2 points for Abigail Larson, 4 for Olivia Clark Burnett, 1 for Carly Mace, 5 for J.C. Hauser, 1 for Addie Wills, as the Lakers were 17-25 from the free throw line. As they fall 64-52 to the Yellowjackets in Lance. We'll get through this on the Stein Seed postgame show. First, we'll name our United Community Bank player of the game tonight, and it's the player the Lakers tried hard to kind of take away, and that throughout the game as it went on. But Will Thiel was just dynamic, and she finished with 26 points.
Yeah, and I think you look at tonight's game, and I think if you go back and watch it again, Jason, there wasn't really one area tonight that she wasn't really successful in. She rebounded probably as good as I've seen her rebound, going against a really good player in Hauser from the Lakers. I mean, a really good player. She did that well. She must have had a handful of assists. I don't have it in front of me, but she saw the floor well, and I thought this was the most dynamic that I've seen her with post moves at the basket. She was going left, she was going right, she was mixing them up, and then she wasn't afraid to take that 10-foot jump shot when it was given to her. And so hats off to Willow. If she plays like that every night for the Yellowjackets or gives that threat every night, the outside shooting's going to come, and then I think Coach Super's team's going to be really ready to roll.
That was our United Community Bank player of the game tonight, Willow Thiel, with 26 points. A lot of players I thought did a lot of nice things besides. You can talk about I thought the play, we touched on it a bit during that second half, Olivia Rosenthal was outstanding. You said it yourself that she's not really going to get into the scorebook, but she's going to do a lot of the little things that you want a player to do, and she does those things. The dirty work type plays does Olivia Rosenthal, and she had a really nice night, I thought, there.
She did, and she, like you said, Jason, I can remember that one series where she had 2 offensive rebounds. In theory, there's no way she should have 2 offensive rebounds. It was sheer grit and determination and hard work that put her in those positions. And every team needs an Olivia Rosenthal. She's kind of a catalyst, and it starts on that defensive end, working as hard as she possibly can on every possession. And a lot of times she's the one that comes out with the basketball and starts a fast break on the other end.
Also now we'll name our Central Minnesota Credit Union moment of the game. It came in the second half with the Lakers kind of putting some pressure on. It came, I believe, out of a timeout. Willow Thiel got the entry pass down low. They ended up kicking it back outside. Cindy Anderson hit a big 3 to stretch what I believe at that point was a 9-point lead or an 8-point lead, stretch it back to double digits, and the Yellowjackets never really looked back. Cindy Anderson tonight didn't really shoot it the best, but she came up with some key shots when she needed to, and that was our Central Minnesota Credit Union moment of the game, Lance.
Yeah, and I know, Jason, it's hard when you're a good shooter and the night isn't what you think it's going to be. It kind of gets into that psyche. I thought Sid did a really good job of battling that tonight, and I was really impressed with when they needed her the most, she was there. And that's what you want from your senior leadership. And I saw that on the volleyball court from her, and now I'm seeing it on the basketball court, is I'm willing to take that shot even though I know it hasn't been my game. And she did it multiple times tonight and really led the Yellowjackets to this victory as well.
And that was your Central Minnesota Credit Union moment of the game. Visit them online at mycmcu.org. I'd like to thank again our sponsors for making tonight's broadcast possible. EOT Insurance, KLN Family Brands, United Community Bank, Lakes Ace Hardware, Arvig, Perham High School, Central Minnesota Credit Union, Stein Seed, and the Backyard in Perham. We'd like to thank all our sponsors who have made all our broadcasts possible here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. That'll do it for the 2021 broadcast season for you and I, Lance, and it's been a fun run, and we have some exciting games coming up here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network coming up in just a week. Mike Mason and crew will be filling in and taking over the Grand 8 Holiday Basketball Classic here at the high school. That starts on Tuesday. Make sure if you can't be here, tune in to the Magnitude Sports Media Network as the Perham girls basketball and the boys basketball team will be hosting the annual Grand 8 Holiday Basketball Classic, which is something we did not get to have last year, and it's great to have it back this year.
It is, and it just really, it's a good feeling to go into that winter time and know that those events are happening, and it's a good way to watch teams we don't normally get to see, and it's also a good to see both the boys and girls club, and you can be in the venue and cheer for both of them on the same evening or watch them both in the same evening on Magnitude Sports. So it should be a fun tournament. Looks like some good quality competition coming in, and it should be a fun couple days here at the Hive.
As you can see, the schedule's on our screen, but I'll let you know. 2 o'clock, it'll be Sauk Center taking on Barnesville and girls basketball action, which will be followed by a boys basketball game between Sauk Center and Wheaton Herman Norcross, and then the girls will come back to center stage at 5:30. The Yellowjackets will take on Waconia, and then the night will close with Perham taking on Painesville. And then we'll reset and begin all over again on Wednesday at 10 a.m., just a little bit earlier start on Wednesday. Barnesville will take on Waconia in Game 1 in girls basketball action. Then the third place game, which will pit the losers of the night's contest previous at 11:45 a.m. Then Perham and Sauk Center will square off at 1:30. And then the championship game between the two winners from the night previous in boys basketball will take off at 3:15. All here at the Hive. And if you can't be here in person, make sure to tune in to the Magnitude Sports Network here on YouTube for that exciting tournament. And there's many great events coming up. You always look at the holiday time as kind of the halfway point, but it really isn't. But it's kind of the one you always kind of think as you get ready for what's going to be a busy January, February, and into March.
Well, I think being a former coach in the wintertime sports, it's kind of a regrouping time. you get a chance to maybe let kids, it's kind of that high pressure. The first couple weeks are really, really kind of grueling as you're practicing, and you get tired of playing against each other, and then you get a few games and you've been on the road and the weather gets a little iffy like it is right now. It gives you a chance to let the kids kind of be kids. It gives you a chance to have some longer stretches where they're not thinking about school, and you can put some things in that you haven't yet, because they're kind of in a groove of what they've been doing. So I think it's a really key stretch for wintertime sports to really up the ante, so to speak, into what they're doing. So good time for the Yellowjackets. Also, Jason, with illnesses and sicknesses and all those sorts of things, it gives you a chance to recoup that way as well and maybe get everybody back, because I know DL's kind of suffering some of those things, and maybe you give a couple weeks here, they can get their players all back for them as well. So it's a key part to the year, even though it's a fun time of the year of the Christmas holiday type season. But it's really a key point to these high school athletics is what do you come on into the new year being able to do.
And it's always a time that you kind of touched on a little bit, the unique matchups. It's a time as a sports fan. You can look on several different apps, find several different games, and you're going to find different opponents that normally don't play each other. Hopefully, we got to say, in the time that we're in, that some of these games are able to happen. I know there's some schools in different situations right now as the Omicron and other variants of COVID-19 are starting to make their way throughout. So hopefully these games are still able to get on the floor and happen, and these events happen during this time.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's important to kids, and I hope that we can continue to have this type of thing happen. And I know it's important to kids because I'm watching the other factor that we didn't talk about is a lot of the graduates are able to come back. I saw a lot of former Perham Yellowjacket girls basketball players here tonight, and it's important that they get to see the kids the friends that they played with for the last 2-3 years, and it's also important for those that have stepped into their roles to go, hey, good to see you here. I'm glad that you're still supporting, and you kind of see former classmates giving each other hugs, like, hey, I haven't seen you for 6 months. How you doing? So again, it's the epitome of what high school athletics are all about, because it brings you back to the gym even after you've gone a long distance from home.
A perfect way to wrap up tonight. We hope you guys all have a great holiday season. We'll see you in 2022 here on the Magnitude Sports Media Network. For Lance Rock, I'm Jason Groth. Thank you for tuning in.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Magnitude Sports Media Network.